quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Oh yeah, you guys, this is noticeable for me, for sure.
What's cracking, guys? It's your boy, Mickey Moto, back with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna be going over 3 different windshields for the Harley Davidson Pan America. Currently, I've got the OEM stock windshield mounted on the bike right here, which is clear, and it's about 16 inches tall, 10 inches wide. And I've got a shorty windshield over here, tinted. It's about 12 inches tall, same width. And finally, I've got this tall boy windshield right here, which is the extra large Pan America windshield from California Scientific. This is about 22 inches tall and much wider up top as well. I think it's about 16 inches across. And the reason I got this taller windshield is actually because while I do enjoy the feeling of the wind hitting my body when I'm riding, I'm not a huge fan of the wind noise that comes with it. And yes, I do wear earplugs, but when I'm riding long trips, longer distances at highway speeds, it can get pretty annoying still. And I know it's too loud because when I'm trying to listen to music on my Cardo, I would have to put the volume up to max, and even then, I can still barely hear the sound of the music over the wind noise. So today we're going to be comparing not only the aesthetics of each of these 3 windshields, but also the functionality. So to do that, obviously I'm going to install each windshield onto the motorcycle, give you guys a nice visual perspective of what it looks like, and then we're going to hit the road and see how much wind noise each one actually shields. We're going to get on the highway. We're going to reach a respectable highway speed. And I'm simply going to say a phrase at my normal inside voice, similar to what I'm speaking at right now. Now I'll have you guys listening from inside my helmet using the microphone that comes with the Cardo system, because that's usually what I'm using when I'm moto vlogging. And from my experience just listening to the playback from my videos, I think the microphone from inside the helmet does a pretty good representation of what kind of wind noise I'm actually hearing inside the helmet as well. So I'm gonna put on some gear and we'll get started then. One other thing is that the Pan America actually has adjustable windshield heights, going from all the way down, all the way up. So to keep things simple and fair, I'm gonna just keep it at the second highest position, which is what I usually have it at while I'm riding. All right, so this is the stock OEM clear windshield for the Harley Davidson Pan America. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Nothing fancy, not too bulky, not too small. I think it's pretty appropriate size for the bike itself. And does a decent job deflecting the wind. Anyways, let's see how it rides. And just for comparison, while we're standing still, the phrase that I'm going to be saying on the highway is, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
All right, getting on the parkway here. We're going to take it south and then run it back north. I think we have a little bit of a wind coming in from the north today, so we'll see how it sounds both ways. Alright you guys, target speed acquired. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I repeat, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Alright, heading on to Parkway North. Target speed acquired. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now obviously I could also be ducking my head lower, you know, leaning forward and getting behind the windshield more, but we're not going to do that because we want to keep everything fair. So I'm just going to ride in my normal riding position, pretty upright. And yeah, your boy is 6'2" for reference, so that's the kind of height that I'm dealing with. It's another reason the wind noise is probably a little worse for me with this OEM windshield than maybe for the average user. Alright, so that was the stock OEM windshield. Now we're gonna change it for the tinted shorty. I'm gonna show you guys just how easy it is to actually change these if you have the right Torx. Right, so a T25 Torx is what you need to change these. And the reason I want to show you guys how I'm changing it, how quick it is because obviously I'm pretty sure the shorty is going to look best in terms of aesthetics, and the tall boy is going to feel best in terms of wind noise. Just my hunch, you know. So I want to emphasize that you can easily swap out these windshields based on what kind of riding you're doing that day, without a lot of hassle. So going on a long road trip, put on the tall boy maybe. Going down to the beach or just for a little ride around town, sure, keep the short boy on. Enjoy that wind. It's not going to bother you too much. Alright, that's it for these bolts, and that's it. Let's put on this bad boy now. Okay. Just like that. That's one. You always want to tighten these bolts in an X pattern. I think that's just good common practice.
1 hour later.
And 4. So yeah, I don't know, what was that? A minute, 2 minutes? No big deal. I know mounting the tall boy is going to be a little bit different because he comes with its own unique bolts and washers because it's a different material, but that's besides the point. General idea is that mounting, dismounting these windshields is pretty light work. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys the visual perspective of the tinted shorty windshield. I think it's definitely a more aggressive look than the clear OEM windshield. Definitely more minimalistic. Yeah, just in terms of aesthetics, I personally like the short tinted windshield best. Alright, let's see how the wind noise is. I think the point of view from the rider's perspective is also just nicer with the short windshield because you get more of an unobstructed view of the road ahead of you. Obviously you can see through the clear windshield just fine, but it makes a difference when you're riding with the windows down, right? Target speed acquired. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I repeat, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I'll have to watch back the video to see how that sounded, but definitely heard more wind noise. Definitely heard more wind noise. Okay, target speed acquired. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I repeat, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So yeah guys, wind noise was definitely noticeably higher with the shorty windshield, which is kind of a letdown, just as expected. But yeah, it just sucks because it is the most aesthetic windshield, I think. And even from the rider's perspective, like I said, it's just nice to see an open road in front of you. Gives it that naked bike feel, you know? But yeah, let's see how the tall boy compares now. Alright you guys, here it is, the final boss. We've got the extra large Pan America windshield from California Scientific on right now. And man, this thing is enormous. I don't know if you guys can appreciate the size of that from the video, but kind of looks like one of those
police cruisers or a sheriff cruiser, you know, those old school motorcycles. I'm not mad about it though. I kind of dig it. I kind of like this. It's comically huge, to be honest, but yeah, check that out, man. Pretty badass, not gonna lie. Now let's see what the wind noise is like.
You guys, this thing is comical. I mean, I can kind of see a little bit over the windshield, but I'm sure you guys are looking right through it like you're inside a car or something. And it's got this little hole here. I think that's to let some air pass through, because otherwise it's so big that, you know, it would be too much strain on the windshield support itself. But yeah, man, looks pretty cool, pretty old school. All right, getting onto the parkway. I repeat, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Oh yeah, you guys, this is noticeable for me, for sure. I'll say though, it doesn't look too stable. That thing is leaning and it's rocking kind of back and forth. I'm not too happy about that. Yeah, man. I'll be honest, I didn't like the stability of that big windshield. It was leaning way back on me. Let's run back that highway test. Yeah, no, I don't like how this thing is leaning. Anyways, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Oh wait, bro, that thing is leaning on my frickin' brake fluid. That's not right, bro. That is not right. Already got a casualty here. Would have been on my face. I'm gonna try one thing. I'm gonna try to put this in the lowest position and see if that helps with the stability at highway speeds. Alright, I stopped here real quick just to show you guys something about this windshield. So right now, it is in the lowest position, and I noticed a problem. I can't fully turn the handlebars without hitting the windshield. So that's not right. And if I put it in a higher position, then at the highway speeds it's going to start leaning into me. So that is just something to keep in mind. I'm going to leave it at the lowest position right now because I rarely need to turn the handlebars all the way, especially when you're riding, you know, highway speeds. But just something to keep in mind when I'm reviewing this. Alright, final test with the tall boy windshield. Getting onto the parkway. Okay, target speed acquired. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So yeah, the windshield wasn't leaning quite as much on that one, but I don't know if the noise reduction was as good either because of it, because it's in a lower position now. Anyways, let's run it back one more time northbound, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, target speed acquired. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I repeat, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Mid. Kind of getting a lot of noise. Kind of not happy with the buffeting of the windshield. I don't think I'm going to give it a good rating. 6-7, as the kids say. Damn, I really wanted to love it. I really wanted to love this windshield, you know, because I really wanted to have something that reduces wind noise. Oh, and one other thing I didn't even mention is the price tag on this windshield, you guys. This thing was like $200 with shipping and everything, which you expect something pretty premium quality at that price point. So yeah, overall it's a thumbs down from me. It just didn't hold up to the test. What can I say? We gave it a fair test. We gave it a fighting chance. Alright, you guys, so that concludes the video basically. That concludes the review of the 3 different Harley Davidson Pan America windshields. We started with the OEM, we checked out the shortie, and we even tested out this tall boy from California Scientific. But unfortunately, it was kind of a letdown. Like you guys saw in the video, the stability at highway speeds was just not ideal. It was leaning way back onto the brake fluid right there. And yeah, when I put it in the lower position, the noise reduction just wasn't as good. Wasn't really much better than the stock windshield itself, which is way more aesthetic with this smaller footprint, you know. So I don't hate the look, that's not it, but just doesn't meet the functionality needs that I was hoping I would get with it. So I made up my mind. I'm going to try to return this windshield, unfortunately, and I'll stick to the OEM for my longer commutes at highway speeds. It's not that bad, the wind noise. It is what it is. It's part of riding a motorcycle. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about, one, the aesthetics of each windshield, and the noise reduction from the riding footage we had. That's it. That's the video. Ride safe. Have fun. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.